Hey you guys, Steve Whipple. That's me for WHIPFIT here on YouTube and WhipSpin on Instagram. Just finished doing my run. We're back to running. And with my new shaved head, I'm feeling extra like a Buddhist monk, a Buddhist priest, I don't know. So I wanted to give a little talk about kindness and negativity and how it feeds into each other to create your day. And everything that I'm about to say is only learned through my experiences doing it the wrong way and getting the opposite outcome that I want. So, by no means is this anything that is unobtainable, because it is. It is sort of enlightenment because I've figured it out for myself, but it definitely doesn't mean I'm better than anybody else. It's just things that I've learned that maybe if I can pass on some stuff that I have learned, because let me tell you, if I can learn something, you definitely can, and make your life or day better, I always want to give that to you. So, I work in a restaurant now. I've never worked in a restaurant before. I really like it a lot, in addition to teaching spin again, which you know is my joy. But working in a restaurant, you are at the mercy of the public 100%. And most of the time, it's pretty great. The public wants to be pretty great. And every now and then, you'll get a difficult person or a weirdo or whatever. And it's up to you to decide, do you take that on or do you leave it at the table? And at first, it's really easy to tell stories about your awful customers and all this stuff. But I have found that the more negativity you speak, the more that you see it in your day and the more you get it back. In the restaurant culture, it's commonplace to complain about customers or the way things are. I work at a fantastic restaurant, so there's not much of that. But even in that environment, it's understood that complaining about your customers is a norm. And I got tired of that. And in all honesty, the other people that I work with, we're all tired of it too. We all kind of caught ourselves and said, you know what, let's not do this anymore. Because of course there's funny stories, tell the funny stories. A great laugh is wonderful, but complaining just for the sake of complaining really doesn't do anything. It doesn't help you, it doesn't help the person you're talking to, and it certainly doesn't help your day, because then that is what you will now see the rest of the day. That negative story will be in your brain until the next customer. And I don't know about you, but when I have a negative thought in my mind, the next situation I approach is a recipient of that negativity, and I'm approaching it in a negative vibe. For example, if I walk up to a table, I have a negative interaction. The next table I go to, internally, I'm doing an eye roll and like, here we go again, when that's not the case. And how I present myself is actually how they're going to respond to me. So it kind of feeds back and forth off of each other, and you just create this kind of negative vortex, which is not what you want to be in, but you're helping to propel it. You're helping to create it. So stop. And the way you stop doing that is stop complaining, stop being negative. And it works. It really works. Every day now, I try to say to myself, form your day how you want it to be, and treat everyone at the very least with kindness. Kindness is a great go-to. It's never the wrong way to handle things, and it never fails. Even if you don't get it back, if you handle your side of the street with kindness, you're always gonna feel good about how you handled something. Is it ever okay to not be kind? No. Is it ever okay for people like me or people like you to not expect that we have to be that way? No. Too much, to whom much is given, much is expected. And I've learned this through the years. If you have a big personality, if you're someone like me in any capacity, you have been given gifts and traits that you have to honor by doing them forever, till the end of time. You will always have to be that person. If you're the one who always plans stuff, you're always going to have to be the planner. If you're always the fun person at the party that people expect jokes from, you're always going to have to be that person. Whoever you are, that's a gift. You cannot discard it when you don't feel like doing it, because it's been given to you. And that gift of the planner, the fun person at the party, the kind person, the person that's really wants to volunteer, whatever that trait is, you've been given that. And I guarantee you that trait alone has given you a fantastic life. Those traits specifically that you excel at are the reason why you have the life that you have. So you can't discard them because you've been given this great thing and you have to keep it. You have to maintain it. And how you do that is, for me, constantly being kind. I know when I'm kind, even to people who don't deserve it, I have a better day. So think of it that way. The kindness you're giving out to people, one, is received as kindness and is always great for them, but be selfish about it. If being kind or being the planner or if being whatever gets you through your day, be selfish and know that you're doing it for yourself. I'm being kind to other people because I have a better day. Weird, but true. This is my list, super great ideas, that I jotted stuff down right after my run because I was thinking about this. What happens when you have that moment, and we all do because why? We're all human, that you think, wow, they deserve to be told off. Fuck them. Give it right back to them. All it does is, you're just feeding that negativity, and fuck thy neighbor is a real fun way to go, but it doesn't feel good. Any time that I've even tried poorly, I might add, because I'm not good at that. I've tried many times. I don't have that skill set to be that person who gives it back or is negative or tries to insult someone. It always fails miserably. It's actually pretty pathetic. I never feel good after it. I never once, even when someone has deserved it and I told them off and I knew that they deserved it, I do not feel good after. I never have. So what's the point? If I don't feel good after, what's the point of doing it? Again, kindness is a great default. This one I wrote down too. How have you felt when you've had a day that maybe is not the best day for you or whatever, and someone out of nowhere, or in the service industry, or a friend, family member, whatever, another human being is kind to you on a specific day? Those little things really do matter. They really do add up. It can help a person either have a better day, or it can help them at least continue to want to have a better day. Do you know what I mean? Small acts of kindness are always the way to go, and just being kind to people. The definition of kindness, which I wrote down, because I was like, you say words all the time, but what do they actually mean? It's the quality of being friendly, generous, and considerate. And even if the world around you doesn't tell you that that's the way to go, it is. It's always the right way to go. Things that are wrong are always wrong, even if everyone's doing them. Things that are right are always right, even if no one is doing them. You know what I mean? Kindness is always the perfect default. It always is. You will never regret being kind. And I wrote this down. I don't want to have more than anybody. I don't want to have more than anyone, and I want us all to have it all, So if I'm deciding that I'm not going to be kind to someone, and somewhere there's a judgment where I have raised myself above someone, I don't like that, and I don't feel good after it. I want us all to be the same. And I have customers that I kill them with kindness, they cannot receive it for whatever reason. That's their side. That's on them. It's not me. They cannot receive it, and that's fine. They certainly don't give it back to me, but it is not their responsibility to give it back to me. I have to do it because that's what I want to do, and that's how I want to be. The great test of if you are that person that you're trying to be is when someone doesn't give it back to you and you still are the same. Don't mirror their energy. If you're giving great energy and you're getting bad energy back, don't switch to the bad energy. Keep your great energy. It's yours. You've earned it, and you get to give it freely. And in a way, if you want to look at it this way, take some pity on those other people that can't receive kindness or, a nice person interacting with them, because for whatever reason, they can't allow themselves to have that, So be maybe extra gentle with them because their side of the street isn't as good as yours. You know what I mean? What's lack of kindness in the world doesn't mean you stop. Oh yeah. Lack of kindness in the world doesn't mean you stop being kind. If anything, you ramp it up more. A few years ago, I had a situation dating someone, and I had never had a bad dating situation before, really. And it was really, really hard. And the separation was not just bad, it was cruel and it was malicious and it was psychotic, for real. And I didn't think I would come back from it. I really didn't. And I was in a really dark place. But I was teaching yoga, and I was teaching spin, and I was doing personal training. So how do you exist in a dark place for yourself, but have this job where you have to motivate people, have to give people like positivity? And so I realized that that darkness would consume me unless I took it upon myself to brighten my sunshine, ramp it up even more, and be even more kind, more gentle, more generous to the world, and give back bigger light, because that dark light wanted to take me down and I had to fight it with bigger light. And you can apply that every day. Every day it seems like, especially 2020, darkness wants to take over. Don't let it. Shine your light even brighter, because it's a cliche. I love a good cliche. But what makes the darkness go away? Light. It is proven. It is always going to work. It may take time. It may take another 4 years, but it will be light again. And that's how you have to break it down. Big concepts that are really overwhelming start with little concepts every day, little interactions, because when you give kindness, it changes the world. It really does. The kindness that I give at the restaurant of my customers, they take into the world, and maybe they'll give it to someone next, and so on and so on. And it's the little things that we have to do, because we can't tackle all the big things. There's too many. But we can tackle how we treat the person right next to you, on either side of you, your family, your friends, complete strangers. Think about it. I've been thinking a lot about it lately, because I found myself slipping, and I don't want to slip into that person that no longer can register kindness nor give it, because that's not who I am. And I know that if you follow me, if you subscribe to me, you're not either. So always remember, your light is great. It is your responsibility to give it out to other people, because you're good at it and you've earned it. The person you have become with that light is because of what you've gone through, and that's how you've overcome it. So it's your strength, it's your armor, it's your shield. Give your light like a weapon. Motherfuckers, I just came up with that. I love that. So do it. Give your light as a weapon. Do it. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I truly only want the best for you. Okay? Do it, do it, do it.